right, good evening everyone. Thanks for tuning back into my channel. My name is Nakia and this is the second video of today, which is September the 9th, as requested. This video is going to be detailing all about expenses for nursing school. From the time that you are applying to nursing school up until the time you are accepted and rolling in the program. Okay, I have my little cheat sheet. As you know, these are my famous blue tabs. Okay, guys. Now, when you think about expenses for nursing school, you always think about, while you're in the program. But actually, the expenses begin before you even start. And some of those expenses are, or things that you have to do. The main thing is, one of the main things is, you have to have health insurance. They want you to have health insurance from the beginning of the program up until you are completely finished, because it is a huge liability without it. You can't even start the program if you don't have proof that you have health insurance. Now, most of these things before you actually begin the program has to be uploaded to a program. I don't know if everyone's is the same, but the ones that we had to upload it to was called Verified Credentials. That's I don't know if that's just the state of North Carolina, but that's what we had to use. We had to use it in LPN, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have to do it in the ADN program. So after you have submitted proof of health insurance, you have to have a physical. It doesn't have to be a real in-depth physical, just, and it can be like at your PCP, or you can go to like an urgent care or med access, whatever. You can just go in and get stuff done and then come back out. It's not nothing that's, invasive or anything. It's just, the manual or the regular vital signs, like your weight, your height, your blood pressure, your respirations, your oxygen. I don't know. I think they had me do like a little test, like stand on one foot, just little odds and ends, but it's nothing strenuous. And so once that is done, you get a note from the doctor saying that everything is clear. Boom, you're done with the physical part. Alrighty, residency. That's another thing that you have to do prior to starting your program, if it's within that 1 year frame. My residency is already done. I had to do it before the fall semester started. So that's one thing that I can just cross off my list that is already complete. The residency, if you're not familiar with that is just determining that you are a resident of that particular state. And so I live in North Carolina, so I had to do the NC residency. And that can be found online. I think mine is ncresidency.org. So I just go on there, just stating that, yes, I still do live in the state of North Carolina. Nothing has changed. Boom, that's it. I think they tell you that it takes up to 24 hours. I think mine was complete maybe in like 1-2 hours tops. So it doesn't take long at all. Okay, after those are done, I think this is one of the last things, and this kind of pricey, and that is uploading or getting all of your immunizations done. Guys, that's a headache. Hopefully, majority of all your immunizations have been done when you were a child, such as like MMR, measles, mumps, rubella, your chickenpox or your varicella. Those two more than likely have already been done when you were a child. So that's pretty easy. But if it hasn't, then you can actually go and get those immunizations, administered, or you can get a titer, which is a blood test. That's what I opted to do on the MMR and varicella. And I think it was something else I had to get a titer for. I can't remember what it was, but a titer is just, I think it's more accurate and much faster. They just draw blood, everything is sent over, and you get your results back pretty quickly. And if you already are established with a particular doctor's office, you can go ahead and get the vaccination. That's pretty easy too. But the immunizations can be pretty tricky, especially if you're trying to find out, the cheapest price to get them done. Another thing that you might have to have done is a TB. And 9 times out of 10, if you need a tuberculosis test done, it is a 2-step. That's where you're getting poked twice within, I think it's like 2 weeks of each other. And then you go back and get those read within 48 to 72 hours. That's one of my greatest things that I like to do when I was a medical assistant and now as a nurse. I love to administer the TB injections. You know, everything is subdermal. And you know, you put the little bevel of the needle underneath the skin, and you'll push you push the medication under the skin. And then when that little wheel comes up, I just get so much fascination out of that. But little side note, that's just one of the fun things I like to do. So guys, expenses before you even start nursing school can be pricey, you know, but those are majority. So your insurance, your residency, your immunizations, your physical, those are some of the things that have to be done before you actually begin nursing school. Now, once you start nursing school, the even bigger expenses will begin. The first one is tuition. Now, I know majority of all of the community colleges has a tuition payment plan. So I'm just speaking for, you know, here in my hometown. Now, each semester is 4 months long. So spring will start January, February, March, and end in April. So 4 months. Now, I'm going to put my amount of my tuition for the entire semester on the bottom of the screen. And that is $3,116. That was for my LPN's tuition. Now, I think I've checked. The transition program is a little bit higher, but it's not too bad. So I can swing it. So that $3,116, and that was 3 semesters. So that's roughly, I think it was $1,040 if I remember correctly. So that $1,040 is split into 4. And so a ballpark figure of like $260 a month for 4 months. That's each month in that semester. So which really isn't that bad. $260 for 4 months, you know, for that spring semester. That's doable. So once that is paid, or you can just pay it monthly, $260. Or I think what I did, I paid my first semester's tuition all at once, because I think it was, I think I had some money saved up from somewhere. And so I went on ahead and paid that. So you got your tuition, you can pay it all in front, or you can just go ahead and pay in monthly installments. They do prefer for you to have the money on a card, so they can just go ahead and swipe it on that particular day of each month. Or I think you can actually go in person and pay it too in the main building, in the financial building. Just get your receipt. Another huge expense are the books. Now, I know a lot of colleges are switching over to the ebooks. I despise an ebook. Call me old-fashioned, I don't care, but I gotta have that tangible book in my hand. If I can't have the actual hardback book in my hand, I'm going to opt for the loose leaf version. That way I still can highlight. You know, I know you can highlight on the ebooks, and that way, you know, you can make your notes off to the side and you can print them out. But to eliminate that step and to eliminate all of that paper waste, I prefer to highlight, you know, in the book, or the loose leaf version. I can highlight that way and then make my own notes. As you guys know, that's how I studied throughout the LPN program. Okay, the next expense is when you start your clinicals. You have to buy your school uniforms, and majority of those colleges want you to get their school emblem on the jacket along with the tops of your uniform, your scrubs. So that's an expense to get that embroidered. You have to buy your shoes. Some places like for you to have solid black shoes. Some places want you to have solid white. Mine personally was all black, so I think I got a pair of the Nursemates. I think that's what they were called. They were very comfortable. You could easily clean them after each clinical day. And plus, we also had to wear those when we had lab on campus. So get some comfortable shoes, guys. Then you had to buy a lab coat, a lab jacket. And that has to be embroidered as well with your school's logo on it. So everything has to match. And my colors were green and white. If I can find that picture, I will upload it here for you guys. And that's when I had my uniform on along with my lab jacket. So I will insert that picture for you guys. And of course, you have to buy the necessary school supplies. You don't have to go overboard and spend tons of money on different stuff, because a lot of those things that I purchased before I started the LPN program, I did not use. And I was kicking myself in the tail for buying all that stuff. But I love buying school supplies. Even when my son started high school a few weeks back, I enjoyed buying his school supplies. He gave me the list. He didn't want to go with me, of course, but he gave me the list and I just went bonkers. But I stuck to what the teacher wanted for each class. And I will be uploading another video on that once I receive my acceptance letter. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure your notification bell is turned on. And then, of course, once you start your clinical or just traveling to school, you're going to need money for gas. And, you're going to want to buy breakfast or get lunch on your break. So those kind of things add up too. So, guys, this was just a quick video. Well, not really quick because it's like 12 minutes. But I just wanted to give you a little breakdown of things that I have experienced when I, even before I started nursing school and when I was in the actual program. But it can be pricey. But just, guys, don't go overboard with buying a lot of school supplies, because, that's some of the money that you can be stashing back and saving. So, guys, I hope you like this video. Give me a big thumbs up. Like this video. Basically the same thing, duh. But hit that notification bell if you have not already, so you will be notified as soon as I upload a video. And if you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Oh, it's getting hot on this channel now, guys. I'm pumping out this content. So, guys, until the next time, I think that's 2 videos in a day. I think that's good. So until the next time, guys, be blessed and be safe.